call these a fallout of former President Olusegun Obasanjo's statement, and you perhaps may be wrong, not be wrong or right. Perception is key in most things these days. Well, the former secretary to the government of the Federation, the SGF, Mr. Babachir Lawal, is still in the custody of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, as at the last time we checked, after being detained over corruption allegations and diversion of funds when he headed the presidential initiative on the Northeast Committee, PINE. You have perhaps read a statement by the former president accusing the Buhari government of some of these issues. Well, issues of collusion, condonation, ineptitude, dereliction of responsibility or kinship and friendship, and Babachir Lawal's story had been cited by many analysts as a dent to this government. But are these descriptions in favor of the Nigerian opposition party? Well, a major one that is tonight that we'll be talking about, the PDP. Are they exempted from the allegations? Will they fare better if they have another chance at the center? Let's begin the conversation tonight. My guest is Mr. Kola Ologbodiyan. He is the People's Democratic Party's Publicity Secretary. He joins me from our Abuja studio. Well, this is the take of the first president your party produced in 1999 about your role and prospect. And I would like to read from his statement, which was largely about President Buhari's government, but mentioned your party. What has emerged from the opposition, I'm quoting the former president now, he said, what has emerged from the opposition has shown no better promise from the antecedents. As a leader of that party for 8 years, as president of Nigeria, I can categorically say there is nothing to write home about in their new team. Mr. Ologbodiyan, what can you say about your party? For someone who has headed your party and has given your party a thumbs down, what else do you think Nigerians should be looking forward to your party ahead of 2019?
Well, Nigeria will continue to look towards the People's Democratic Party for the 2019 election. They need to look towards the PDP because it is the only party that understands the nuances of Nigerians. It is only the party that understands the country. It remains the only party that is truly democratic, that has no ownership of certain individuals in the country. You do know it, Sheung, that those who own the APC can be identified. You can call them by their names. But the PDP is owned by Nigerians. The founding fathers of PDP cut across the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria. And they have labored, including President Olusegun Obasanjo, to build this party. And it is passing from generation to generation. PDP is as old as almost 20 years. The position of my party is that you cannot use a mistake to create another mistake. APC was an error. It was formulated within a time frame of under 2 years. You cannot compare that kind of a party with a party that had spent a life of almost 20 years. So our party believes that every coalition that will work towards the 2019 election must be around the People's Democratic Party, which has been rebuilt, which has been repositioned to serve the interests of Nigerians better.
It is interesting that you're saying this. It perhaps not clear to a lot of Nigerians who see your party, at least from some of the things that we heard and saw for over 16 years that your party was at the helm of affairs. And the perception is that your party brought Nigeria to this point that we are. And the question will be, what kind of trust Nigerians should give to your party? Even the former president has said, no, your party cannot do it. He also said the APC is not an answer to the APC. But the question will be now, is your party afraid of a possible emergence of a third force?
The People's Democratic Party is not afraid of the emergence of any party, including the existing APC and other 60-something parties that have just been registered. The People's Democratic Party believes that parties are run by people. And we cannot continue to change or to recreate parties each time we have a moral crisis. And if you recall, around 2013, 2014, it is this same group of people who are now thinking of the third force that came up with the notion and the idea of creating a second force or third force then, as it was, to challenge the People's Democratic Party. And that has brought our nation to where we are today. We must allow the parties to grow. You cannot take away a party that has spent almost 20 years of its life going around Nigeria and going around the nation and building democratic ethos, and you just consign it to the dustbin of history and say that it's no longer relevant. PDP remains the only relevant party in our polity today. And having learned from its mistakes, it's offering itself to Nigerians, and it has assured Nigerians that it will present to them credible candidates that have an understanding of Nigeria from which Nigerians can elect to govern them between 2019 to 2023. And it will be absolutely misplaced to draw a conclusion that we should begin to create a new party today. It's not going to help our polity. It's not going to strengthen our democracy. And that is the opinion and the position of the People's Democratic Party.
Professor H.S. Sage says the best government that Nigeria has seen since 1999 is that of the APC of President Muhammadu Buhari. He did say that your party, the PDP, is nothing to write home about when it comes to performance. And if you look at what the APC, in his own reply, or the government of the APC did say, they reeled out a whole lot of their own performances. What exactly would you say your party is bringing back to the table with a dented perception?
Well, it may interest you to know that today, the situation of unemployment in our country, like Professor Atahiru Jega just said before you began this program, is in a particularly serious situation that we have 16 million Nigerians being unemployed and 18 million other Nigerians being underemployed just under a government of 3 years. That was not the situation that the PDP handed over to APC. Our foreign debt today is $15.2 billion. That was not the situation that was handed over to APC by PDP. The USD today exchanges with 360 naira to $1. The PDP government handed over 165 naira to the dollar to APC. It is strange because, I say it is strange, Professor Sage is an elder statesman, and with due respect to him, I do not want to say it is ridiculous for Professor Sage to say that the PDP tenure was worse than what we are experiencing today. In the history of our nation, particularly since 1998 till date, no government has been as dysfunctional as this APC government.
From that point, we need to take a break, Mr. Ologbodiyan. But when we come back, we delve into some other issues that's pertaining to 2019 and the state of the nation. That's after some minutes, everyone. Stay with us. We'll be right back.